Hello, YouTube! What's up? Yeah, on my bro. Alright, guys, I got a couple topics I want to talk about today, alright? Number one, they're both in the title, so I don't know why I'm like building up the suspense. Alright, you do you, and why I got a Buell, alright? A couple good reasons for these, I'll get into them, alright? Got a bump coming up. Ooh, got a bump. Got another bump. Okay. Number one, you do you. Alright. You do you. Alright. At the end of the day, you have to live with the decisions that you make. I think one of the most frustrating things for me in our society today is how other people live their lives kind of according to, I'm trying to think how to say this. I see other people live their lives trying to please others. I guess that's a good way to say it. Don't. You're never gonna be happy that way. Nowadays, from doing the things they want to do because of our society and what we've deemed okay and not okay, and you know, like that really irks me, not gonna lie. So you do you. Follow your dreams, do what you want to do, and the haters are gonna hate. That's one of my favorite sayings in life, and one of the main ways I go about my life is haters are gonna hate, and they're gonna find a reason to dislike you or say something wrong if they want to. Like, the guy hops on my YouTube channel and he's already got his mind made up about how vlogging is stupid, and anybody that does it has no friends. Like, I'm not gonna change his mind. You know what I mean? His mind's already made up, so I'm just gonna keep going on my day and pass it off as haters gonna hate. Like, have a positive attitude. It goes a long way in life. You're the one that has to wake up with decisions you did and decisions you made. So if you weren't happy, it's only a matter of time before it catches up to you. So you do you. Alright, that's my advice to you guys. Just you do you. Some big advice. You want to get a Buell? Here's why you should get one. I am talking about why I got a Buell. A lot of reasons. I don't want this to turn into a bashing session of Buell or Yamaha or Suzuki, or why the R6 is the most elite bike, or why the CBR 600 is the most elite bike. Like, they're all cool bikes. They all have a purpose, and they all have strengths and weaknesses. And at the end of the day, it comes down to personal preference. Comes down to what you want to sit your butt on for hours and pay a lot of money on. So that's the cool thing. You choose. Alright, so first reason I got a Buell. Well, let me tell you the story why how I chose it. Alright, so I was cruising Facebook one day, had a bike already, and one of my buddies I ride with now at the time he had a Buell XP12 SCG, which is like a Street Fighter version. Here's a picture. And he has a Street Fighter version, and I fell in love. I was like, dude, what is this? I messaged him. I was like, what kind of bike is this? And he gave me some background info on it. Turns out Buell is a company who is subsidized by Harley Davidson, and in these XB models uses the bare bones of a Sportster motor. Like, when people say that there's a Sportster motor in this, they're not really true. Like, there's the basics of it, the components, but the whole engine isn't a Sportster engine. Eric Buell did a lot of his own stuff to it. If you look at the specs, he took the engine and pretty much made it a lot better. So I was on Facebook cruising, and I was like, what is this? And talking to him, I was like, I want a sport bike, cheaper on insurance and fast, but not I'm gonna die, wrap around a tree, can't afford the insurance fast. So he was like, have you checked out Buell? I was like, what's that? And then he showed me that picture, and I was hooked. I did some more research, and I immediately just hooked. I love the sound. I've never really liked the sound of those inlines when they really wind up. That sound like they're screaming. I mean, I like it if it's done tastefully, but some of them are just too high pitched for me. The ones like the D&D exhaust and Two Brothers, those are tasteful. I really like that sound. Some of them were just, I don't know, was too much for me. And at the end of the day, I asked myself, what do I want in a bike? And it came down to, I want something that's reliable, I want something that I can enjoy and have a fun time on, and something I'm not going to be stupid on. Because if I have a bike that can go 180 miles an hour, I hate to say it, but I'm going to go 180 miles an hour. And as my first, like, powerful sport bike, I was like, I should not get a bike that goes 180 miles an hour, and I should have gone right there. I feel stupid. But, like, I know myself, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, and one of my weaknesses is I will use all the power I could possibly get. So I decided that that bike would not be for me. So I looked at like SV650 and stuff, and I don't know, after hearing about this Buell, it just kind of turned me on to the whole company. Turns out they're made in East Troy, Wisconsin. Shout out Wisconsin, what's up? I love Wisconsin. That's where they're made, and I was all about that. I'm all about like local economies and supporting the little guy. And Eric Buell started to build bikes. He started racing, I think, one time ago he started to race, but he started to build bikes 1984, I think. But so he's always been like the little guy in America that wants to build a profitable bike. And I just fell in love with this story. Kind of sad to hear that Harley shut them down, but he's back up and running with Eric Buell Racing now. Different vlog, I'll talk about that. And so to me, it just, we had the usable torque and the horsepower being a V-twin. Oh, I want to turn here. Being a V-twin in the power range that was legal, or in the speed range. 0 to 60 is incredible. Obviously, it's incredible on R6 as well too, but like that's where the power is. Right there. That's where the power is, and I love it because it's the most fun around town, I think. And as much fun as R6 would be cruising at 90 and drop in 3 gears and take off to 180, like I just didn't think it was as wise for me to get that bike at that point in time in my life. Now I'm sure I can handle it responsibly, but I knew my limits at the point in time, and that wasn't for me. Also, the handling on this bike is just superb. It's got a shorter wheelbase than most bikes, so the handling, the twisting is really good. The only trade-off is that it doesn't have like a steering dampener for like high-speed runs. Also, the shorter wheelbase makes it less stable for high speed, but like I said, this bike doesn't go 180. I've topped this bike out at 140. 140 indicated for what that's good for. I'm not sure. But that's about what the 9R should do from what I read online. So yeah, that's the main reason I bought this bike. It's got that American spirit. It's kind of quirky. It's fun to ride. It's got that V-twin, that torque, the horsepower. It's all there. In the legal limit. It doesn't have to wind up. So it's more fun for me. One day, I kind of want to get an R6, test it out, see what it's like. But I like knowing that it has so much power it pulls the front end off the ground just from power. Fun bike to ride. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about it, PM me if you have any questions on Buell, or actually throw them in the comments. Love to answer them. Ups and downs are definitely little downsides, but I think the pros weigh the cons. That noise too, I don't know, something about it always gets me, but to each their own, right? That's the cool thing. So what I'm wondering for you guys, you should throw in the comments as to why you got your bike, and looking forward to hearing from you guys. Alright guys, flash out.